Okay, so I am back. I was just telling you that you have to shuffle your cards. So just be gentle with your cards, and whenever you shuffle your cards, try to be as gentle as possible. If you have to be in your cool of your mind, and if you're not cool, just make sure you don't remove your frustration on your cards. So yes, be careful with that. Now there are two methods with shuffling. So shuffling the cards, you can do it in either two ways, and both these ways are okay. You can do it either way. None of them is perfect, none of them is imperfect, so you can just do it anyways. So this is this is shuffling your cards, how to shuffle your cards. So okay, actually not exactly two methods, there can be three methods, but for me there are just two methods, as I can't do the third one. But the third one I'll just show just in case you are comfortable doing that. So this is the general method. This was the way how I used to shuffle my playing cards. So yes, that's my phone showing notification. So yes, you can shuffle your cards in this way. That's pretty much okay. I used to shuffle this way my playing cards while we were kids. So that's the general way, I feel. I don't know how you might be shuffling when you were doing those games with as you were a kid. So this is a one method. Then there is this another method the same way. This was shuffling lengthwise, whereas this is shuffling widthwise. This way also people prefer, but as you can see I'm just struggling with it. I just cannot hold cards this way. But yeah, I do know somebody who has learned tarot from me, and she is very much comfortable shuffling the deck like this. So that's fine. I think if you are comfortable with it, that's totally okay. So that's the method that she uses, and this is okay even if you use it. I have seen Doreen Virtue also shuffling her deck like this. So that is also fine. It's just your choice. It's just your comfort level. If you are comfortable shuffling widthwise, then also it's okay. There's nothing hard and fast that you just have to shuffle it this way. Because I am a tarot reader and I have taught you tarot reading, there is nothing that way. You just have to follow your comfort level. Then the another way of shuffling the cards is where you are actually you are just randomly you're putting the cards on a surface, and then you are mixing up all of them. Like how can I show you that? Because I have this phone, I have placed it on some place where I don't have a surface. Okay, so I think you got it. You just have to have all the cards spread out, then randomly mix up all of them, and then again recollect all of them, and then then just put them back in it, and then you can just shuffle and start doing the reading. And so that was the shuffling method. That was how you have to shuffle your cards. Once you are done with the shuffling, what next you have to do is you have to cut the cards into three different parts. And it's not necessary that it has to be three equal parts or three unequal parts. Even if you have your parts in this way, three parts in this way, still it's fine. What you have to do is place one pile at one place, then comes the next pile, then comes the another pile, then just randomly again place them back in. So yes, I think that was not at all visible on this. I was expecting to do it so that you guys can see me doing it, but okay, let's see. Maybe I'll show it tomorrow. I'll try to do this. I'll try to show you this step where I need to spread the cards on a surface and show you how to do it. I'll try to find a surface where I can do that. Plus I should also be visible, or maybe the cards should be visible. I think it's fine totally. And so yes, so that's the way. And so that was the way of shuffling, those three methods I told you. Also, one thing I would like to tell you, that when you when you spread all the cards in one on a surface, and you just try to randomly shuffle them and then recollect them together, what happens that there are some cards that are going to be in the upright position, some cards are going to be in the reversed position. I have not taught you the meaning of reversed cards, plus how to interpret them, how to bring solutions for them, as that's a basic thing, because that gets too complicated on the initial level, so I did not include that. So but these cards are like and they are going to be upright and reversed both while you shuffle in that mixing way where I am doing it on a surface. So yes, that is where your deck actually gets very much mixed well. Sometimes people also do it in this way, like they just take half of the cards, reverse them, and then shuffle them, shuffle a lot, and that is how the entire thing get mixed with equal number of reversed card and equal number of upright position cards. So, and that is also okay, so that those are the two methods that I shared about shuffling. So now let's see what are the different spreads that we can do here. Like there are different spreads that are like 5 card spreads, there are 10 card spreads, there are 7 card spreads, 12 card spreads for astrology, etc. So you can just do any of them, and maybe I have my website, and on my website I'll just share the link where you can find those spreads and you can practice. I'm just sharing 3 spreads over here, and there is no injustice because those 3 spreads, though they are on the basic level, still you can even give very good accurate predictions with them, and yeah, you can give totally accurate and satisfactory predictions with those spreads as well. So the first spread is the humble and the simple and the most easy to do spread. That is the 1 card spread and 1 card spread, right? You just heard it right. Yes, 1 card spread is where you just spread out the cards and you just have to pull out 1 card. And yeah, so generally tarot card readers, what they do, if I am a righty, I am a person who writes with the right hand, so usually all the people who write with their right hand have to pull a card with their left hand, and all those who write with their left hand pull a card from the right hand, just because it's said that the opposite of the opposite hand, the opposite of our dominant side is what is led by the subconscious mind. So that is where and we say that subconscious mind has answers to all the questions, and when you pull out a card with your left hand, that is where you are going to end up to the best and the perfect solutions of whatever the questions has been asked. So yes, so do try to do that. And being honest, I don't use my left hand. I'm a righty and I don't use my left hand for pulling out cards. I just use right. I actually don't stick to that rule a lot. I just use both my hands to pull out cards. That's being honest, and it does work for me still. It does work 100% for me. So it's your choice how you're going to do it. And maybe initially you might want to begin with the left hand, your non-dominant hand, because that way you will not be pulling out cards thinking logically. So yes, and then I told you about the spreads. The 1 card spread is when you lay out the cards, you ask the question, okay, what is going to happen, this is going to happen, how is it going to happen. Just ask 1 question, and then just make up your mind that you'll pull out 1 card and that will be having the answer of your question. Maybe in the beginning, initially, when you start using the tarot, what happens that you are so much curious, you have so many questions running on in your mind, and 10 to 15 questions all at one time, and then you feel that okay, if I pull out the cards, then you are actually confused because such a lot of things was going on in your mind, and you don't know what actually was the answer, which question was actually selected by you, and for what the tarot card has appeared. So yes, that might happen, but that is okay. Just be sure, just make up your mind which your question is, write it down on a piece of paper, lay it in front of you while doing the shuffling and spreading out the cards plus pulling the card. Yes, make sure that you do that, and yes, that is the way that you can do it perfectly, and plus be very sure that okay, this is the answer for this question. And then you can just pull out 1 card, then just try to read the question and then try to see the meaning of the card. Try to see whatever meanings I have taught you, try to see the meaning, try to see the number, and sometimes even the numerological sign also means something. Sometimes whatever is shown in the picture, whatever action, see though I say that this is juggling, this is shuffling, this picture can mean a million more things than what I have told you. And don't stick to just the meanings that I have told you. It can just show intuitionally anything, and you just have to stick to what your intuition says. And tomorrow I'll be touching a few things related to tarot and intuition, not exactly fully about intuition. Yes, there are some parts that I will be sharing related to intuition, plus a few more topics I have decided, and that is actually a bonus. It was not included in this course, but I just decided to share that so that it will be helpful to you. Then comes the two card reading. Two card reading is the same thing, just the first card is where you are actually, I'll be sharing this stuff, I'll be sharing a link where you can read about this, whatever I am telling you. And the two card reading is where the first card is, you just have to spread the cards, lay out the cards, pull out two cards with your left hand, and then the first card will be, for the question, what's happening around the question. Like, if somebody is asking a question like, okay, how do they go further in their career? So suppose if that is their question, so the first card will actually show you what's happening in their career right now. It's what people say sometimes to us and what is actually happening. Both are two different things, so you need to know what's actually happening, and you can just ask tarot for showing you that. So the first card will show you what's actually happening, and then the second card will be the answer to whatever they have asked, that how to take the career to the next level. So yes, that can be that's the way of doing two card reading. That is one way of doing that two card reading. Then comes the three card reading. The three card reading is where we have three cards. You just shuffle the cards, lay them down, pull out three cards with your left hand, and then the first card that you select is going to be the past. That is going to show you what happened in the past. Second card is going to show you the present, whatever is happening at present. Third card is going to show you the future related to the question that is concerned. So sometimes if the question is related to love life, it's just showing the past of what the relationship status was for that person, for you, or for somebody who is asking you that question. Second card is showing the current status of relationship of that person or anybody for whom you are reading for. Third card is for going to be the future, what's coming in near future related to relationships. So yes, so that is the three different spreads that I shared with you, and they were not exactly spreads. Yes, the third one that I shared exactly looks like a spread. Let me just show you. It's just this sort of thing. It looks something like this. I know this looks like a mirror image. This is the first card, this is the second card, that's the third card, which stands for past, present and future. So okay, that's fine, and I know that you got it, and so I'll just share a link where you can go and read more about such spreads, and you'll just get to know more about this topic. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be tomorrow again, and I'll be live tomorrow, and I'll be showing you. If you have any questions related to whatever I have shared, you can just post it in the comments below, or any other lesson, whichever lesson you have question, you can share comments about that lesson on that video itself, so that I can come to know that what you would like to know, and so that I can answer those questions in that lesson. I know I have not been live while you have time, so that is okay. I do understand that I am conducting it at just any time whenever I have time, but yes, excuse me. So that's the reason. So you can just post your questions in the group as well, and I'll be sharing the answers. Whatever answers you need to know, I'll be sharing it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me. And that's all from me for now. I'll be back tomorrow again with the last lesson. Make sure that you have any questions, just let me know. So bye bye.